Hi, my name is Esther, and I'm here today to talk about just learning how to forgive someone in authority who may have misused their authority and left you feeling like you didn't have a voice anymore, or made you feel like you couldn't speak up, made you feel like people might not believe you from what happened, and kind of hushed you for a while. And I want to talk about just being bold enough to step up and speak, because whatever happened to you, somebody needs to hear your story so that they can be bold enough to speak up in their situation. And I want you to know that you also need to forgive that person if you haven't already. It is so important that you let it go, because a lot of times, every time you think about it, it kind of like makes that movie go through your head of what you dealt with. And when it goes through your head, it's almost like it's happening over and over and over again. A lot of people are saying things like, "Oh, I'm not worried about it. It's in the past. I'm not letting that bother me." But then when they are by themselves, or if another situation happens, it triggers something and you relive that situation all over again. And so the important thing is not to say that you're forgiving that person because you're going to allow them to do it again. No, you're forgiving them because you need to move on. You need that freedom in your heart. You need to be able to impact someone else. And as long as you're holding that, you're not being you're not fully being who you are. You're not really walking in all of who you are, because part of you is linked to that situation that you haven't been forgiving in. So I just want you to know that I've been through it as well. There were some pastors who lied on me, and I was able to forgive them because I realized, even though the situation was devastating, God helped me to see that there was something that I could pull out of that was a positive, which means that they actually did something, and then I flipped it. So I was able to look at it a whole different way. And I want to help others learn to do that as well, because every situation, even if it's really devastating, I believe that there's always something positive that you can pull out of it. It might be hard to find it at first, because that pain is so deep, or the situation was so horrific, or it just almost took you out. But believe me, there's something that you can find. If it's no more, then you'll never be like that person again. And I mean, you'll never be like that person that did that to you. So, and you make sure that you're a better person. So, and you know that you would never treat people that way because you saw a bad example. So we have to find some kind of positive in it. And we also have to take ownership, because sometimes we are in situations that we're in because we don't know who we are. And when we're projecting different people, not knowing who we are, that part, somebody else is seeing something too that's not really you, and so they make judgments based upon that. And then sometimes, because they've made a judgment call on who you are, then they treat you um badly, or they do something that hurts you. And because you're not really that tough person that maybe you try to project yourself to be, you end up in a situation where you don't know how to speak up for yourself. Whereas the person who really, really knows how to love and protect themselves, some of the things that happen to us would never happen. So I want to help you to find that positive thing, learn to forgive, and move on.